What's up, guys? Let me just make a whole bunch of fucking noise. What's up, guys? We're back in this.
Hey, get out of the road!
Oh my god!
I'm doing a really bad version of the guy from Police Academy.
Yeah.
Winslow.
That's true.
Winslow.
Michael.
What, the really bad
Michael
part?
Winslow?
Yeah, Michael Winslow.
Yeah, the bad
part.
Emphasize
yeah. Okay,
bad.
emphasize the bad. Cause I'm bad. I'm bad.
Chemon.
Anyways, what's up? Welcome. We're back in the studio. Cinema Shat. I'm James, one of your hosts, and I'm joined by
Jash.
And John.
And of course we've got Torso on drums.
Torso.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
He really needs to do better. I feel like his work isn't original anymore. It's just repetitive.
He's doing the same things.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Halloween Spooktacular edition.
Bum, 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 bum.
Halloween, whatever.
Spooky,
Spooks.
scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
No, they don't.
Wait, is that our song?
you.
Or is that
Yeah.
our song?
That's a song.
Copyright claim. Fuck you.
Okay, our song is this one, though. Cinema Shat skeletons. Just knock off of the other one.
Okay, wow.
Like patronizing. Like, oh. I see.
Well, thank you, Mr. Simon Cowell.
Get HR on the phone. Get HR on the phone.
on the telephone.
I hardly understand what
On the house telephone.
What
It's
does
in the
Harold
kitchen.
Ramis have to do with anything?
Harold Ramis on the... Get Harold Ramis on the telephone.
You know what I love? Have you guys listened to any other podcast?
Yes.
Literally any other podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
None of them ramble like we do.
Yeah, I know.
The one I
I
do.
think it's great.
I think it's great too.
So
The
most
one I
people
listen to
probably
does.
are like, "Oh God, this is unprepared." And they're like, "No, that's the good thing about it."
yeah. I think it's completely candid.
Now the one
I like
the one
everything about
I
it.
listen to,
It's like
Cashing In with TJ
stupid.
Miller, is great because it's the same. It's in that sense where it's like it feels like our first episode podcast where it's just absurd.
Oh yes, by comedic virtuoso TJ Miller.
Hey, TJ Miller's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's got a laugh or two in him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not watching that stand-up is.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I'm just trashing TJ Miller for no reason, really.
No, I love TJ. One of the things I love about TJ Miller is he's like, yeah, you may have heard of me. I was in Yogi Bear 3D.
Was he?
Yeah,
No,
he
I
was.
didn't know that. I didn't watch
I didn't even
that.
know that was a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
forgot it
the
was a
point.
movie.
That's the whole joke there is that he's like he acts like that's his magnum opus.
Yeah.
Like he knows it's bullshit, but he does
like
it
David
as a
Cross
joke.
in
Yeah.
the Chipmunk movies.
Yeah.
He's
Well-
in all three.
Well,
Anyway.
you fucking sluts. Listen up. Let's get this shit on the road.
All right, excellent.
As much as I do love the rambling, proceeds to ramble for the next 15 minutes. No, we watched
Spooky edition.
Of course, for Halloween, we watched some horror and Halloween-themed movies, obviously.
Yeah, we had a marathon.
Yeah,
It was
we
a
watched-
marathon.
We watched 5 movies.
5 movies, that is correct. And the first movie was Rachel's pick. Basically, we all picked a movie we wanted to watch, and then we watched them in just an order. We just were like, all right, let's watch this one next. You know, we kind of just broke it up randomly.
And there was 4 of us, so in case anyone is wondering, Torso had to pick 2.
Did he?
No, we just watched the
He
5th
didn't
movie.
see or
for the
hear a
fuck of it.
thing?
We laid movies out, and he just rolled to the one that he wanted to pick.
Well, the window was open, so it probably just blew his mannequin body over. Anyways, our first movie was Rachel, our producer's pick, and she chose John Carpenter's original Halloween.
What's that?
It's a movie about a girl
Oh,
and a
weird.
guy.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, they fall in love on Halloween night.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the little film called Wayne's World?
Wayne's World. Yeah, I've seen Wayne's World.
Yeah,
I think.
so Wayne from Wayne's World, he falls in love on Halloween night.
I think there's some things crossed there. Something wrong with your brain.
You guys are a couple wankers. This is what the movie is about. Jamie Lee Curtis is stalked by just an ominous killer who happens to just kill teenagers.
Yeah,
Right.
he's the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's the boogeyman.
It's
Perfect.
the-
Thank you,
yeah.
John. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
boogeyman.
He's the embodiment of boogeyman.
God, this came out in 1978. Halloween opened in fall 1978 to scare the wits out of the
Nice.
movie
See, I thought it
goers.
was 80s.
I thought it was 80s as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
1978.
Holy shit.
That puts it in perspective for sure.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, we've all seen this before, of course. It's
Yeah.
a fucking classic.
No surprise. Yeah, it is a classic.
But rewatching it, I never realized how slow it is.
Oh yeah.
It's
a slow
incredibly
movie.
slow. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You
No,
know?
it's
Not
it's
at all.
It's a great slow burn. It's just like, yeah. When I saw it when I was younger, I didn't really think of that.
Right.
I didn't be like, "Whoa, this is really slow." Or
Because
boy,
when you're
it's
first
done-
watching
yeah.
it, you're like, "Where's the guy?" 'Cause
Yeah.
they hold on long shots, and you're like, "Is he gonna pop out?"
Yeah.
Of the J.C. Penney and fucking start slashing people.
J.C. Penney, come on now. He went down to like the Harbor Freight Tools to get those Carhartts.
No, definitely.
Well, I mean, I think this is a testament to like old Hollywood slashers. Like, it wasn't just that
it's one of
you
those
just.
it's
It
probably
wasn't
the
like
first
Yeah, it very well could be
wasn't
like the
Wes
first
Craven's
slasher.
Scream, which was a faster pace of a slasher film. It was a new take on an old topic.
Yeah, but was it really an old topic at that time though? Like
No.
I don't. No slashers. In
No,
general
I'm-
for Mike Myers.
That's what I'm saying. This is one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Scream, which was a newer take on slasher films, was a bit quicker pace, and I liked
Right,
that this
yeah.
one was slower because he would just be standing there, and that was really what was scary, is that just knowing he was there watching you, and you could see it within the shot. You
Yeah.
could see it
That's
watching
true.
the
He's,
characters.
he's stalking his
He's
victim
stalking
like a
them.
hunter.
Yeah, and it's very scary. I mean, of course, jump scares are fun in Scream because they do it in such an artistic way. If nobody's ever watched the Scream,
I've never seen Scream.
I
Never will either.
I love all
Still
of them.
recommend
They're
it.
so
I know we
great.
recommended it on a previous podcast.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
recommend it.
At
It
least
is
Still
a
not
very good
watching
movie.
it.
I know,
At least the first Scream.
but it's a good one.
But this was like a slow burn slasher, and it had the parallels of a giallo horror film.
Sure. POV.
So, yeah, it had POV. We see moments of the knife slashing, so we see POV of the knife slashing. We get the stalking.
Yeah, and while he's
Stop.
slashing, he looks to his right like a robot
To look at his own hand.
Yeah, so he doesn't
Yeah.
even know where he's stabbing.
Yeah.
And honestly, this
But
movie
it was simply only for that shot, like
Right.
to scare the audience. But it works. It's effective.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, you're like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Who looks at their own hand like, oh, I'm slashing a hand. I'm slashing. It's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
And for
What were you
me
gonna say?
personally, at least, this movie has some of the most iconic opening and ending shots that I can think of
Yeah.
for film. As far as having an opening because I distinctly, even from watching it when I was a kid, I distinctly remember both the opening and the ending shot. The opening shot being
I
that
don't
first
remember
person,
either one.
the first person where he's the kid.
Oh.
When he's still a kid,
It
he
opens
stabs
on
his,
that?
his
Oh, shit.
sister.
Okay.
But it was the shot where they're pulling the mask off. His parents are pulling the mask off.
Fucking
And they're like,
mask
Michael,
off, yeah.
and he's holding the knife as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then
Oh,
they stare
yeah.
at him for 20 minutes.
Yeah, which was funny. Which is funny.
Makes no sense.
Now, thinking about, but like, just my brain's thoroughly remembered that though. With like, he's just a kid.
Yeah.
Totes.
You can tell he's gone. Like he was born evil.
Like
Yeah.
he hasn't even
And
had
then-
an erection yet, or pubes, and he's already stabbing folks.
Yeah, and then the ending shot.
Hey! You hear kids laughing and clapping and shit, and it's like, Josh mentioned erection on the show.
Ding. But then you get the ending shot where he is lying in the grass after falling out the window, and they look away for a second, and he's gone.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, he went to Lottaburger.
Which both of those have stuck with me throughout my life. And I think the first time I saw this movie, I was like 10 or 11.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
And
when I
they've-
saw
and
it, I was
they've
really
stayed
young.
with me for a long, long time.
It's a scary ass movie.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, I was gonna say, we could skip through this one pretty quickly because we've all seen it. Most
Yeah.
Anybody listening.
Most people
Yeah,
have seen Halloween.
this is
It's
a
like,
very heavily discussed film. I think
Yeah.
everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would like to talk more about the next film.
If you
which
haven't
was-
seen it though, see Halloween.
seen Halloween.
All right.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Also, what's wrong with you?
Second was John, your pick, which is titled.
Mark of the Astro Zombies.
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah.
It was a
Dude.
Ted V.
got
Michaels
really
production.
What production?
Ted V. Michaels.
Oh yeah, Ted.
Or Ted V.
or is it
Mickles?
I think
I'm
it's a
not-
Mickles.
Mickles?
I think it's Mickles.
Which he was an interesting character.
Yes, he was in the movie and directed it and
Yeah.
wrote it and produced it.
And he apparently
is
he'd been
disgusting.
around-
Those are the
yeah.
best bad movies.
But apparently imagine like a really old pirate. That's what he normally looks like. And,
You look like a pirate.
but like a really eccentric, like probably he's the pirate who's like, are we going raiding today, boys?
yeah, he's a
He had that giant like saber claw.
yeah.
like
And this
like a
was and mind you,
prehistoric,
this
like,
was
I don't know,
this was
like
what we saw.
ridiculous
Yeah, it looked
hanging
like
from a necklace.
yeah, it looked like a puma, not fang but claw. Yeah, like you were saying. But it was like, but this was him behind the scenes. He wasn't wearing that for his character. That's just him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he does river rafting tours.
Oh my god, that is so accurate.
That's
You
so
know, like one of those
disgusting. Anything.
woodsman types
Yeah.
that is just
yeah,
fucking
but-
irritating to talk to.
But yeah, he was so he's been in the film industry for a while. Apparently,
he
I
looks
think
so
he'd been,
That
he'd
was
been
a
doing this since,
huge
like, this-
surprise that he's
looks-
been in the industry for a
Yeah,
long time.
and this
So
movie
sweaty.
was absolutely awful. I would say, but awful in the best possible way.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Like in the best possible way. We were dying laughing. I'd say that the like I feel like it's almost to the point to where you'd say that that's intentional. There's no way you can be in film this long and it not be intentional. But he was just that inept.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
had
absolutely.
remember on the I don't mean to skip around, but I feel like it's necessary for this episode.
The plot doesn't matter for this.
Yeah,
movie.
the plot doesn't matter, but on the DVD menu you see like 5 other movies that are his, and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this man is
dude.
he is delusional.
Like yeah.
Like
and
I
has
honest-
money.
Yeah,
And
he has
that's-
money because everything was funded by him, and it's like he recruited like all his friends, like everybody that
Everybody in this was
that he hangs
old.
out with on Sundays, fucking and has brunch with. He's just like, do you guys want to be in my movie?
Yeah, we're watching the movie, and I'm like, this is a high school student making a movie, or a college student.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
guys are like, no, it's some old guy.
Yeah.
I was like, why would it be an old guy? There's people in Halloween masks running around. I didn't buy it. It was like, no. And then we get to the end, and you're like, yeah, it's an old guy.
See, what I thought
It
was
was the old people. There were so many old actors.
so many old
True,
actors.
yeah,
that was a
yeah.
that was a
God,
giveaway.
and they were terrible.
Yeah, they were all awful. But the one thing that I thought though was that I thought it was an old guy with money who that was his first film. Like he had been an accountant for
Yeah.
60 plus years of his life, and he wanted to make a film. Like that was like his dream. But
it
he was
feels like a first
but he
film.
decided to be an accountant instead,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and like not knowing anything, but being like, well, I have money now, and I don't want to waste it, so I'm gonna spend it on my dream instead of letting it just rot with me in the grave,
Right.
kind of thing. But no, this man has made multiple films.
We
Yeah.
have to own more of them.
We do. We
This
need
was
more.
absolute-
We
phenomenal.
need more.
Yeah.
I liked that during one scene we see a lot of the astro zombies, which are being created by another alien race. The astro zombies are like running down the alley, and there's like 10 of them, and I was like, look how many extras they got. But then I was like, I bet it's all the people that are in the other scenes. I bet they're just like all acting the same thing, right? Like it's
Totally.
everybody just putting on
Absolutely.
different outfits and stuff like a play. And then we see in the behind the scenes, there is a making of video, and it is fucking atrocious. He is even sweatier in this. The director.
Which is hard to believe because
But he tells everybody, he's like, whoever shows up on the day, cast or crew, you're dressing up or something like that.
yeah,
No,
he
no,
specifically
it wasn't
says
so much like an instruction. It's more like anybody who wants to be an astro zombie, we'll let you be an astro zombie. Just let us know.
No, he specifically said some people they won't be showing up, so whoever's on set will be an Astro zombie.
That's how I heard it.
I thought he
didn't
I
think
thought he
it was
said
like
it in a way
no,
that
he
was like an
specifically
option.
stated
Oh, okay,
some
then,
people
yeah.
will not be showing up.
So
Yeah.
okay, never
Like a
mind. So it's more of an
fucking
order.
loser.
Like, no, you're gonna be an astro zombie.
He's
if
like,
you're
look,
here.
people are not going to show up.
I mean, it's
I've
a
done
small
this
detail.
before.
It doesn't really matter. But basically, he's stating that this is a shitty movie. He doesn't care about
yeah,
it.
The
no.
cover is beautiful.
The cover is fantastic. It's
The
a
cover
throwback
is
to
beautiful.
It's a throwback to old
Dude,
old
this is
cinema,
old
Drew-
Hollywood,
old
yeah.
It's a Drew
Hollywood.
Struzan right
That is
here.
not a Drew Struzan.
It's a Drew Struzan.
Shut your goddamn mouth. It is not. But
Yeah,
it
that
looks
is-
like old Hollywood or old 40s horror films.
Yes,
Like, like
yes.
Attack of the Giant Spiders and like
Yeah, or
women are
like
shrilling.
Swamp
and,
Thing and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Or
50s
not Swamp
the
Thing, but
50s
Creature from the Black
Atomic
Lagoon
Age.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, this is beautiful.
It
Do they have-
came from beyond
That's
space.
the other thing that caught my eye when I first saw it. I saw the cover,
And
I'm
this is
like,
on
This is
YouTube.
interesting. Yeah, the entire
should put a
movie's on
link.
YouTube. So yeah, we'll link to it. So anybody wants to watch it, I do recommend it. It is
Yeah,
hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, no, that was the first thing that caught my eye was the cover, and then I went and watched like the first minute of it, and I was like, okay, I need to own this.
yeah.
I need to own a physical
That's what
copy
you
of
told
this.
us. I'm glad you got it. It was amazing.
Yeah,
And then another alien race shows up
yeah,
that
and
are the
they
good
saved the
guys,
day.
and they save the day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Their design was fucking infuriating.
Well,
Yeah,
remember
one's talking into like a disco ball, like a mini disco ball, and the other one's like those balls that have light, that like the different color lights come out of them.
Yeah, you can get it like
yeah,
a Chuck E. Cheese
yeah,
with enough
exactly.
tickets.
One of them's talking into like a clear version of that, and the other one's talking into like a finger, like little piece of plastic on his fingers.
Yeah, he's
Oh my
talking
God.
to his what?
Remember, there was another one, huh? Yeah, he is talking to his fingers, but he's also remember the one where they're communicating into a gold plate.
Oh yes, they have like a
It's a gold disposable
gold
plate.
yeah, just a
it's
disposable
gold.
plate it's a disposable
those
plate you'd
styrofoam
find
ones.
yeah, styrofoam plate you'd find at like a cookout,
Yeah.
like a family cookout, but
Word.
it's gold.
Word.
I think you pointed it out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I believe
Oh
so.
yeah, I remember. They had egg cartons spray painted
Yeah,
silver,
yeah, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they had a fork
Yeah.
with a plate taped
Behind
on
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of like a metal plate, a gold plate. But you
Oh,
mean
yeah, yeah.
llike a
Yeah,
plate.
a plate,
that you
yeah.
eat
Like you-
cake off of
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
office.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
shitty cake. Yeah,
Yeah,
the office.
office cake.
And,
yeah.
and it's gold because they bought them at Thanksgiving. But even though it's Janice's birthday in July, these are the only plates we had. Right?
Like okay, so we're gonna set the scene. We're gonna dress the scene with props. I have this gift card at Walmart, so we can get all of our props at Walmart. We're not even going to Party City. You can just go to the aisle with the fucking strobe lights and all that shit. Have you seen that stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's what the whole scene is.
Yes, Josh,
It's
we've been
just-
to Walmart.
It's like that stupid light thing that your little sister has, you know, with the lights on it.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
rotates.
Remember, there was some swimming noodles, like water.
Oh yeah,
noodles.
there were pool noodles on the wall.
God, and then
Like, come on.
the way the aliens talked, it was like just distorted audio on purpose.
Yeah.
But then some characters talked through like a horse mask or something, like not a horse mask, just a weird mask, and so it sounded like you could like hear them like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, why did they use that audio? Like, why didn't they voice that over? Why would they fix the audio for the aliens to make it sound like
Yeah,
you
they
know, like
use
that?
the muffled audio. Yeah, it's
They didn't.
fucking hilarious.
It was so like the decisions were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They made.
Yeah, and it's this guy. He is inept, the filmmaker, but he is also lazy.
No.
I mean, obviously, I'm just saying, like, he
No.
could have fixed this movie, like. Okay,
Oh,
what,
yeah,
what I'm
if he
trying
was-
to say is he could have done a better job.
Fix this movie.
We fixed this movie.
You
But
have
yeah,
to fix the movie by using scorched earth tactics and
Yeah.
just destroy
start
everything
from the
and start
scratch.
from scratch.
I said the wrong thing. I just mean he could have done it better. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
And even, like, let's just say he used all the same props and all of the same set dressing and everything. You know, the audio could have been better because the film is shot. It's recorded on the fucking shotgun mic
It's 2000.
on the
Yeah.
camera. That's
Yeah,
where
I
all the
know.
audio is.
No,
Like-
we see a boom at one point because they're using it whenever the reporters show up. They have like a fake boom, and then you see the real boom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's the fucking TV network.
Yeah.
That they show, and it's just the.
But they
film
are
set.
more than likely using camera microphone as well. They
what I
probably just
thought,
have
yeah.
one on top. They probably did it for safety.
Oh yeah, they had a boom
Somebody was
with no
like-
guard on it.
Yeah, they had a boom with no sock. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No wind, sock, nothing. It was just, there it is. What do you think of the reports of the just fucking wind and stuff? It's
yeah,
like,
and this
oh
is
my
filmed
god.
in Las Vegas, which is never windy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking desert.
Yeah, it's interesting. It
God,
was,
what are you getting at, sweetheart?
the dog is for the folks at home. The dog is going ape shit.
She's playing with her toy.
But yeah, when we saw the behind the scenes, it looked like the equipment room at our old school.
Yeah, it looked like our old
we were like,
camera room.
No, it
Nah.
can't be.
Yeah, it
it's
definitely
nearby
wasn't.
though. Yeah, it wasn't. But
It wasn't, but goddamn, it looked just like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But
Well, I don't want to say any more about that because it's a movie that everybody can see. They can
Yeah,
just.
you can go watch it on YouTube.
We'll put the link. We'll
yeah,
be
the link's
sure to
gonna be in the
absolutely put the
description
link.
there. So go ahead and check that out.
what about that old
You
actress?
definitely won't regret it.
Are you guys? You want to move?
Oh, the
on?
old actress.
Let's talk about her.
Yeah,
The
her
painter.
name was Liz Renee. And
Yeah.
she played somebody that was abducted. Just real quick, played somebody that was abducted, but she was playing a famous actress that was retired
You see, I
Which is
thought it
what
was a
she
dream.
was in
That's
real-
what she is. That's why they were able to shoot at her house.
at her house while she's painting. He had these big black eyes, big
Yeah,
black eyes.
you see,
Yeah.
it felt like a dream, but it wasn't a dream.
She says
It
the
was
same
real.
story
real.
Yeah.
4 times.
At least 4 times.
And then one time, like,
We could make a drinking game out of that, where every time she says, "I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't a dream," you'll probably still get at least tipsy from that.
yeah, Jesus.
But yeah, she literally shows up and says the same
Story
abduction
every
story
time.
4 times.
She's being interviewed for a talk show. She's being interviewed for Pancake News. She's being interviewed for fucking something every single time. They're
Yeah.
in just a diner, and this woman's just like investigating what's going on, and she's like tells the same exact lines.
Yeah, it's that,
every single
like
time.
that kind of shit. How does this fucking guy not get better over the years? He just doesn't care.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck. He makes the movie for this cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you originally looked at it, right?
Yeah.
Because of this
Yeah,
cover.
I originally looked at it for the cover.
Boom. There you go. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
He
That's-
makes a shitty movie
Brilliant.
and he
Yeah, when I
makes it
first
on
saw
no
it,
budget.
I legit thought it was like just a hokey sci-fi from the 50s.
But it's from
Right,
2002.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And but yeah, it's kind of sickening in a way
Yeah.
that he's able to do that and just be okay with it. Like you're a fucking hack,
Deal with
dude.
it.
You're a hack,
Yeah,
Ted.
fucking
Fuck
hack.
you.
Well,
Anyway, yes.
Torso, play us into the next pick. All right.
At this point, I'm just thinking that you're just coughing intentionally through Torso's
No, I had
bits.
something in my throat.
What do you have against Torso, Josh?
I have nothing against Torso. He's in my throat.
Josh, what do
I
we have
mean-
for our next pick?
We watched. Let me see here. Evil Dead 7.
That's a
Evil
two.
Dead 2. That's
Oh,
right.
Dead by Dawn.
Dead by Dawn.
Yeah, just take that out. You don't need
Dead
that.
by Dawn.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's a great song. Kisses. Yeah, Josh, this was your pick. Evil Dead 2.
It wasn't my pick though. I wanted to watch Kill List,
That's correct.
and I
yeah.
wanted to watch the Devil. What is it? Was it?
I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. I
which
wanted to watch that.
Which was on Hulu. I was just saying, nobody listened to me. We were saying we could go see it.
No, they searched it in the big
Oh.
search. And
Yeah,
nothing
there
came
was.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, they removed it off of Hulu.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
must
watch it
have.
in time.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, what I'm saying is, that wasn't my pick. You basically forced my hand, made me pick that.
No, you said, okay, well, I'm just going to pick Evil Dead 2. I like the eyes are just squinting at me. You're like, Say something else, he says with his eyes.
No, just kidding. But yeah, Evil
yeah.
Dead 2. Holy shit!
So
Love
great.
this movie.
Fantastic
So great.
film.
The first 3 movies were just bam, 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 just knockouts.
Yeah,
like of
totally,
their
yeah.
genre. Like they were awesome in each and every way. And Josh, when you picked Evil Dead 2, I was so happy.
but-
I'd only seen
Yeah, but
bits and-
Halloween and Evil Dead 2 were awesome for completely different reasons than Mark of the Astro Zombies.
That's what I was saying. They were
Yeah.
each amazing in their own like respective way.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2. What was that saying?
Oh, you were saying you've only saw something.
Oh, I've only seen bits and pieces of Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and Army of
Nice.
Darkness.
cool.
And
Okay.
I'd seen Evil Dead pieces the other day. And so when you picked Evil Dead 2, I was happy that I was going to sit down and actually just like watch the whole thing.
Nice.
And then
yeah.
realized that there were so many different parts that from the other movies that I remember that weren't in this. But I was just totally knocked out by Evil Dead 2. Like finally getting to sit down and watch it. And like I'm an adult or whatnot. I know kids have probably seen this and have loved it since then. But it was pretty fucking cool watching it for the first time as an
Absolutely,
adult, man.
dude. When I
was
was,
great.
I think I was like 11, 12 years old. I went to my friend's house, and he was watching. He was in the middle of Evil Dead 2. It's when that dude starts floating around.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember that image, and it's always stuck with me because it scared me like really bad.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh God, this is awful. And then he's cutting his own hand off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I actually left. And he was like, you're a pussy. I said, I know. But I left, and it really disturbed me, and I wasn't able to sleep very easily, and I had nightmares.
I'd only seen mostly Army of Darkness as a kid.
Oh, really? Okay.
My mom had watched
PG-13.
Evil Dead 2 on TV sometimes, and she thought it was hilarious, and I didn't understand it because I was like, that's a lot of blood, and this is some scary looking shit, so I'd only seen bits and pieces. And I know that the first one is it's just mainly horror.
Yeah, first one's just
where
pretty
Evil
much
Dead
just
2
horror.
is
Straight horror, yeah.
horror with heavy comedy elements, and then Army of Darkness is heavy comedy with horror elements.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
John, what'd you think of Evil Dead 2, man?
it's classic. I mean,
Yeah.
I've loved that movie since I was like
A kid.
11
Oh,
or
okay.
12.
Yeah.
Totally, man. Yeah. The plot is.
I want to own it on Blu-ray, desperately.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Desperately.
Come the fuck on.
We I'll just. I would love to watch it again.
I want the trilogy on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But yeah, the plot is pretty simple. A guy goes with his wife to a cabin, and he plays this tape that basically reads some really scary words that you shouldn't read aloud, and it activates the Book of the Dead.
Necronomicon.
The
The
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon, and then people start coming back, including his wife.
Necronomicon.
It's a good book, but yeah.
Before his wife comes back to life, she gets turned into a demon, and he has to cut her head off with a shovel.
Yeah.
She
Oh, that
comes
was
back
great.
to life,
I didn't-
decapitated as a decapitated corpse,
And then she dances.
and then she dances.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it's
It
disturbing.
feels very like not Danny Elfman, because he did the music for Army of Darkness, but it feels.
Oh, did he?
I believe so.
Danny Elfman?
I believe so.
No
I
shit.
think so. I think we were talking about that.
Yeah,
Oh, word. That's cool.
yeah,
Sorry, what were you saying?
but I don't even. I don't
I'm
remember.
sorry.
It's-
Yeah,
it's-
I
it's
didn't mean to
cool.
cut you off.
Oh, what we were talking about at the when we were watching it, where it's like very Ray Harryhausen with the.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
yeah.
Yeah, they have stop motion animation.
Yeah, it's really cool.
great. I
It's
thought
like-
it was Ray Harryhausen at first, but we looked it up and it wasn't. It was another artist.
Yeah, the stop motion style in this setting is something really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that being CG? Like, ugh,
It would be terrible.
it would ruin it.
especially considering it would be 80s CG
Yeah.
or 90s CG. Sorry.
Oh,
but
right,
still.
yeah, like early 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 90s?
I think it
think
was the
so,
early
yeah.
90s.
I
I thought it
think
was
it's
because I
92.
remember being like, I thought it was 80s. I thought it was like 88, and then y'all being like, no, it was like 94 or 92 or
I think so,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
What's it say? Who is correct?
First off, this is a Vestron video, which I'm
Oh, the
stoked
re-release?
about. A Vestron video. This says 1987 on it.
87.
Oh, all right, 80s. I was
Yeah,
right.
There you go. Yeah, I was completely incorrect.
I guess I was maybe Army of Darkness came out in 92.
Probably, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
92?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay,
did.
I'm getting, yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. Now it all
That's
is
all right,
coming
though. I
together.
mean, yeah. It's
Everything
not all
makes
right.
Come
sense.
together, fuck you, right now.
Over
Wait,
me.
wait, wait.
Fuck
I'm,
you,
I'm almost
Fuck
there.
you.
How close are you guys?
I'm pretty close.
Okay, cool. We gotta time this just right.
Just right.
Just right. We're gonna unison. Man. Seaman. Unisemen.
Unisemen.
But yeah, some favorites in this movie. I think my absolute favorite thing is the deer laughing.
Oh yeah, the
goes-
deer head.
Like, it's so great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love
The
that.
way the head just contorts like that, yeah, it's the way it's puppeted, very funny.
And that's very surreal too.
Yeah.
You can argue that that's in his head,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it probably maybe is, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it can be both because when he stops, everything stops, and the deer's just back.
Mm-hmm. Or like he'll just scream, ah, and then like everything will just be quiet, and he'll look around and like all the cabinets or whatever are closed, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nothing is wrong.
And at that point, he's already gone through so much crazy shit that
and
it
the
could be a break in his mind.
The
you know?
puppeteering in that scene was phenomenal.
The
'cause if you don't-
puppeteering in
the whole movie was
the whole
phenomenal.
Movie, yes,
But I'm
That's
saying
what I
that
wanted to
scene
talk about as well.
specifically because like there are so many different moving parts. in that
Everything
movie.
is
man.
moving independently.
Yeah.
That is
Shit's
so
floating
many
around,
people.
Like, it's
So many
a lot of
people.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw some wires during the film, which was great. Like when the guy's floating, we can see his wires.
I
That
missed
was
that.
funny.
You can see it.
Yeah. Because even though we have it on VHS, we watched it on it was streaming.
Yeah.
So we got to watch it in high quality, and it was great. We watched it in 1080p. And so you could see a lot of the special effects, like you could see the,
cool.
the
I forgot
little,
that we watched
I
it.
guess smoke and mirrors as you were.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was fantastic. I love this movie from start to finish.
Oh, it's a great
so
movie.
fucking
I love
good.
it.
Great movie.
The
So good.
The mirror effect. This is seamless. It's fucking seamless.
Oh yeah, where
yes.
he's looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
and I called that. I called that
grabs
shit. I was like,
himself
"There's
through
two
the
of them."
mirror.
I saw it because
You can tell just a little.
just a
bit.
little
Yeah.
when their hands moved. That's when I knew. I was like, "Oh, there's two of them," and then that's when he pulled through.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
never saw that part before?
I'd never seen
Oh,
that
Yeah.
part. That was the first
Okay,
time,
yeah.
but I immediately knew because
'Cause I thought you had seen this, like
Mhm.
the whole thing.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course he's gonna fucking come through the mirror.
'Cause
That's
you're
what
like,
happens
yeah.
in the
Another
movie.
guy.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that makes sense. Yeah. No, I totally
I
had.
was like, duh.
yeah.
You've seen this, right?
No, I hadn't. So like, I'd only ever seen Terminator, where they did that incredibly well. Where
Oh,
Arnold
yeah, when he's-
Schwarzenegger's getting his head worked on or whatnot, and there's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's great. So like, I've seen it done before.
You've never
Yeah.
seen it done in Scooby Doo?
The animated series.
Yes.
Fuck you. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's two different people. It's fucking drawing.
That's really fucking impressive too, because they have to match the background.
Yeah.
They at
Oh,
that
yeah.
angle.
No,
At that angle.
Exact,
Yeah.
Yeah, that exact
Are you
angle.
fucking kidding
and
me?
They have
It's
to,
incredible.
No, they have to match it at the exact angle, but they also have to flip it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's really
It's
attention
like,
to
wow.
detail. Like, really.
I bet you that effect took like 3 days to set up, something crazy like that.
Totally
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
works so
definitely.
well. I mean, nowadays it's a CG effect when it can just be done.
Yeah.
Like it just looks
Like,
so
come on.
real.
Yeah, it
like
looks- it
imagine
looks real,
another
dude.
decade of doing things like that.
Yeah.
It would look so real, and people would think it was CG.
Yeah.
You know, imagine
man.
making your effect so real that people are convinced it's fake.
That's cool.
We could be at that stage, and some movies are at that stage. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm practical effects all the time.
I don't.
always,
I don't.
know.
forever.
We're all
I
on
don't
the
want to
same
jump.
boat
I don't
here,
want to
yeah.
jump ahead, but I do feel like that is. It just reminded me of something where that was one of the things that I was not a fan of was with Dread was that some certain aspects of it felt a little too CG.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
And then obviously the reshoots. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to take CG and they're just going to keep pushing CG until it looks great.
Yeah.
I
Until it
still
looks
don't
so
think
real.
they've gotten there yet.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
what was I watching? I can't remember. There was a movie I
The
was
Hobbit
watching and I'm
trilogy.
like, wow, this looks great.
Oh, you said it looks great. Shit,
Yeah.
I wonder what that is then.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Not you don't
Blade
think,
Runner 2049.
You don't think the
Oh.
Hobbit trilogy looks great?
Yeah. What else? Anything that Neil Blomkamp does? He's
that?
the director of District 9,
Oh, okay.
Elysium.
Yeah.
He's known for his hyper-realistic special effects. Like,
Yeah.
even though they're CGI, it looks so fucking real.
Yeah, District 9 looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The
Still
shit
not
he
perfect.
renders.
Didn't he do
yeah.
the? Did he do Cabby or whatever that movie is?
Chappie?
Chappie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was going to do the new Alien, and he had concept art, and I was so on the bandwagon.
Oh, the
for that.
Alien Covenant he was going to do?
No, he was gonna do like his own Alien thing, but then
Oh, no
Ridley
shit.
Scott took back over or whatnot. So you can find like not production stills, concept art, and like read about
Really?
plot synopsis ideas and things
Cool.
for what he was gonna do. And it would have been amazing because of his hyper realistic effects.
Yeah.
Like he would have gone realistic and then embellished it with fake, CGI.
Right. That's cool, though.
Anyways,
yeah.
that's neither here nor there. Yeah, but I'd like to move on to the next movie.
All right.
Unless we have anything else to say about Evil Dead 2. Highly recommend this.
Highly recommend
recommend
it.
if you've never seen this.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a great Halloween pick. It's fun. It's campy. It's so bloody.
Yeah, man.
It's hysterically bloody.
It's really creepy
yeah.
at some
It's
points.
creepy,
It's
yeah.
really funny.
It's just.
I gotta
so
watch the
good.
first one now so
All
I can
around,
compare it.
yeah.
I've got to compare 1 and 2 because they're completely different films.
Yeah.
Each film is completely different. And I think it's interesting how Ash is more of an anthology character and less of a linear story character.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you've got Evil Dead, which is all horror, like I said, and then horror comedy, and then comedy horror, like kind of thing.
I mean,
Absolutely.
But they're all like retellings of the same guy. Like they pick on the history, but they change it up
and
every time.
One and two share a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like night and day, pun intended, because if you look at the lighting, the Evil Dead 2 is lit much more like a traditional movie of that time, and Evil Dead 1 is lit very dark, a lot of oranges.
They had even less money.
Yeah.
Which is probably why it's incredibly amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of the first one.
Yeah, essentially it's a
basically.
remake.
But they still put 2 on there, just so that everyone doesn't get confused, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
great.
much. Because you can't just remake a movie and slap the same title on it 3 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I love how they call it 2 when they're basically like, we did the first movie better.
yeah, pretty much. they should have just called it Evil Dead again.
Yeah, Evil Dead again.
Or just Dead by Dawn.
There you go.
Like, it's just like another anthology thing. Like, embellish the idea that you're telling the same story again differently. Just call it something else. You know, like how Nolan did with the Batman series.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
He didn't, the first Batman Begins,
it
and
was
then Dark Knight.
Yeah, it wasn't just always Batman :
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Returns,
Batman
Forever,
Yeah.
Millennia, Will Smith edition. Okay, so next movie was my pick, and Torso, drum roll. I like how Dove chewing her toy. Oh, Torso. Yeah, Torso. Great, thank you. Dove. What are you, a seal?
Clap. The single clap.
Torso just Dove chewing on her toy as Torso is drumming. It's hilarious. But anyways, the next movie is my pick, and I was very excited about this because I think we mentioned this movie previously on a cinema Shat because we were watching a movie and I looked this movie up and it was like I kind of wandered through IMDb and I came across some production stills of this movie and the special effects looked so fucking cool. So I was like, guys, we got to see this.
So sorry, where'd you guys hear this?
I found this
that- we
just
found
on
it when
in the
we were
rabbit
looking
hole
up,
of IMDb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
When we
sweet.
we're doing a random IMDb search while we were on a podcast one day.
Yeah.
We looked up things that somebody had been in. and
Yeah,
that was one of
exactly.
it.
Yeah, just a grapevine kind of thing.
Cool,
And came across the special effects production stills, and I was like, we need to see this. And so Aaron, our buddy, he said, I've
Shout
got
out
that.
Aaron.
Shout out Aaron.
A round.
Thank you, Fox. Flawless victory. Toasty.
I want to thank the Dope Game for being my sponsor. Thank you.
And then one more joke from me. Okay, so Neon Maniacs.
Excuse me, sir. Mine wasn't a joke. It was a reference to the Alabama rapper Rich Boy.
So my pick was Neon Maniacs. John, shut the fuck up.
Neon remember to my therapist. He's fucking awesome at
And
listening.
it's from 1985. Holy shit.
85.
It felt
1985.
very 80s.
It's
totally.
Neon Maniacs from 1985. And it was incredibly disappointing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so
For
upset.
how hyped we were for it. Yeah,
I was
it's
so
definitely
hyped, Williams,
disappointing.
about this.
Yeah, like thank you, Aaron, for
Yeah,
borrowing
thank you
it to
so
us.
much,
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
I'll be sure to give it back to you,
He
obviously.
was probably like, okay, you want this one? You want this movie? Here you go.
No, he just collects horror. His horror collection is amazing. So, like,
Yeah,
our
he's got a
VHS
great-
collection,
He's got a great collection.
his is, like, double this, but it's all horror.
No shit.
Yeah.
And, like, just
Dude,
80s
that's so
stuff.
cool.
He
Does
has
have pictures.
He
of
has
his
the
collection?
first movie, one of the first movies John Candy was ever in, and it's a horror film.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
John Candy. He's like 18 or something in it.
Canadian
And
slasher.
he showed me, and he's like, "Have you ever heard of this?" I was like, "No. Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, he owns stuff that is so rare as far as VHS collections go.
dude.
And so he let me borrow this. He has it on DVD. He was like, "Unfortunately, I don't have it on VHS."
He was, let me just put it this way. He was the one person that I can be like outside of film students that I could recommend Solo to. And
Okay,
be like,
nice, yeah.
okay, he'll be
And he
fine.
totally
loved
watched
it.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, he loves it.
Cool.
I mean, he'd
there's
already
nothing
seen
to
it.
love, but okay.
He had already seen it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like he rented it as a kid. I don't know how old as a kid, but he rented it. He had rented it as a kid.
I
at
have
one
one
point.
for
He told
Solo,
me.
please.
Yeah, he told me he rented it a while, like back in like the 80s or something. Because he was
Cool.
like an old school punk.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was the plot for Neon Maniacs?
I honestly don't remember. It was a whole
totally.
lot of nothing.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing.
It was a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so it reminded me kind of like the Warriors. Okay, in the sense of like creative, how the gangs were. Okay, not in the plot.
Okay.
Not at all in the
I
plot.
was like, this was not a run all night.
Not at all like the Warriors. No,
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
like just the way the characters were and the way they acted through the movie, like the monsters, the maniacs, I should say, the neon maniacs. Incredible special effects, practical effects, like the makeup and stuff, and all this different
fantastic.
characters, but like they just look like gang members from the Warriors.
Yeah,
is all
I
I'm
can
saying.
see that how that.
The story, nothing like it. All of a sudden, it's the night the neon maniacs come out and they just murdering teenagers that are fucking in the park or doing drugs or just walking
yeah,
their
they just kind
dog.
of come out and kill people, and nobody really knows that they exist.
Yeah. And so we were like, hell yeah, this is awesome, but we don't really know what the fuck is going on. Like, we don't understand motivation.
Yeah.
There's no characters yet.
It
It's
starts
just like
off
murdering.
pretty good.
Yeah, and then it's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
A good bit of talking.
Way too much
for her.
talking.
Good bit. And
Not
it's
enough-
this
not enough
teenager
maniacs.
crying about her friends being murdered and stuff, and we fucking get it, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
It takes forever to get back to the neon maniacs, and then we find out water.
Oh yeah,
Kills
water
them.
kills them.
So then they go back inside their little cave area, which has industrial doors and is over. It's like a
Oh my
levee or
God,
something.
yeah.
It's somewhere weird.
It looks like the warehouse from Chronicle.
Yeah,
where
it's
the
like a
rave takes
warehouse.
place.
Yeah, it's like a warehouse place.
Yeah.
And they come out of this warehouse, but they run inside, and we're like, we don't get any neon maniac scene. That's all we get. That's all we get. That's
Are you
all we
talking about
get.
the ending?
No. No, I'm talking about the second time we see the neon maniacs.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Yeah.
It starts raining, and they go back inside.
Yeah.
So then it's more
So
talking
waiting.
after that.
We've been waiting for the maniacs for like
We've been
20
waiting
minutes.
forever
Yeah.
to
Right.
see him
I
again.
remember.
Finally get to see them, and then it's like
It's like 30 second
yeah,
scene.
30 seconds.
Like
Yeah.
they're like, oh, the rain. They don't say that, but it's like we understand
Yeah.
through cinema language. We're like, oh my god. I was very upset. I was like, they're going back
Oh
inside.
yeah, I was very.
They're not gonna
mad
kill
at that.
anybody.
I was really
Are you fucking
mad
kidding
with
me?
that.
And then more talking, stupid teenagers crying, yada yada yada. I think the police try to help. Yeah, the police try to help, and so there's one last brawl, right? Is there one last brawl?
Yeah, the prom.
The prom,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because everything happens at the prom, and it's Halloween themed, right? Which is great because the neon maniacs just kind of fit in, and everybody thinks that
Because
they're.
everyone's wearing
Yeah, they just
costumes.
Costumes.
It's costumes.
And so we get a nice neon maniac scene where everybody's getting like murdered and stuff, and it's really cool, and teenagers are dying, and yada yada. It's the 80s.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that ruin this movie. The pacing. I think one big one for me is the the fact that water kills them. That is so fucking lame. I mean, basically,
Yeah.
you're making your movie like corny because they're using squirt guns.
Looking at you, M. Night.
But yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
Signs was actually pretty good until the twist.
Oh yeah, I don't like Signs.
What?
I enjoyed
I
it.
don't,
I
I don't
enjoyed
like
it
Signs.
How do you not like Signs?
I don't like Signs.
because
Do you
I like.
do you like Unbreakable?
I like the tension building.
No, I don't like Unbreakable.
Do you like any M. Night Shyamalan?
Sixth Sense? is
Sixth
good.
Sense.
Oh, okay.
His first movie.
Yeah, I like probably those three.
And
That's the only three I can think
no,
of.
I
that
loved
really
Signs through most of my adult life, but I rewatched it like a year and a half ago. and
Oh,
I was
there's a
like,
problem.
Oh God, this is not.
I would
bad.
probably, I would probably hate it if I rewatched it now.
See, I watched it so much growing up that nostalgia might just
Oh,
kicks in
yeah.
for me. It's a nostalgia win for
For
me.
sure.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's
Anyway.
I think it's incredible storytelling. I think he does a really good job at building tension.
Build
When that-
suspense. Yeah. Sure.
When that hand reaches underneath that, the
Yeah. Oh no, the tension building in that movie is phenomenal.
Yeah,
But like
I'll give it to
M.
you,
Night's
yeah.
problem was that he got too successful too quick with Sixth Sense, so everyone expected a twist. So then he became
the twist
the
guy.
twist guy.
Big-
He has to do a twist. There has to be just make Signs without the fucking water twist, and it's
Yeah.
a fucking good movie.
yeah,
Like
I'd see, but I like the water element. I like that
I
the
just
whole
don't
idea
see the logic
of,
behind it.
well, everything happening for a reason, because it's like that's the whole argument in the entire like movie itself is like, does everything happen for a reason? This guy that is a preacher and believes in a higher power then gives it up after his wife dies because he doesn't believe everything happens for a reason. Then finds out everything does happen for a reason.
Word.
His wife dying, she died to tell him a line or a sentence that he would never forget the rest of his life.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying
His daughter leaves water everywhere because she's just like habitually does that. She's just like, I don't want the water anymore. Like everything kind of lines up, not in a religious way, but just how like it's just cool storytelling. It's not reality. It's just like, cool fiction.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I'm talking
But
about
I'm defending that purely out of nostalgia.
I'm talking about the logic that goes through this highly sentient race that has space travel, where they're like, what do they have to gain here? They die by they die from a molecule that makes up 70+% of this planet.
Yeah.
What do you have to gain by going there? It's like if we were like, oh, let's go to this acid planet.
Let's invade acid.
Let's
planet.
go invade lava planet. Why the fuck do we want lava planet?
Yeah, War of the Worlds.
We can't even live there.
Yeah.
Water kills the aliens.
Yeah, that's
in
what I'm
War of the
saying, like,
Worlds,
why-
Or biological organisms.
Yeah, exactly. We can't live there.
Biological organisms.
Oh, it's not the water itself.
It's not the water. It's the water they drink,
okay.
the food they eat, the fabrics they wore, everything. Like the tiny organisms that coexist with
okay.
us that
Nice.
we've learned to live with.
Yeah.
That's what kills
Morgan
them.
Freeman's
actually-
just talking and they zoom in on
Which is
water.
at least a
so
little.
yeah,
Which is at least a little
that's what I
bit.
thought
Which
it
is at
was.
least a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because it's like saying like
Yeah,
it's
true.
like with the Native Americans with our diseases that we brought over. Like they didn't know those diseases. They hadn't
Right.
been built resistances up, so
Yeah.
they just died from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's more clever than saying like, oh yeah, we just invaded lava planet, and when lava got on us and we died, we were like, what?
What?
Yeah, and it's I know an alien race that can actually go through the stars can definitely scan a planet.
Yeah, at least
See
exactly.
what- No,
At
this
least
is
give them
nitpicking.
at least
This
give them a
is-
reason.
this should
I'm
be
just saying,
nitpicking,
at least
yeah.
give them a reason. Make there be some sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
element on the planet that will help. That like they want, or like maybe they want to enslave us or something. Give them a reason for coming to fucking the planet that kills them.
Yeah, they're mining our cum,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Mind my cum, please.
Anyway, Neon Maniacs.
Neon
yeah.
Maniacs, yeah. No, I think that is a strong point. When you start to argue the logic of signs, it totally destroys the story. But if you're a little kid reading a book, if you take it and just like take it for what it is, like the facts that are given to you in order, you're just like, oh god, that's cool.
Yeah.
But when you look back on it as a second viewing, you're like, bullshit, they would never do that.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
even aliens, a smarter race,
Well-
even bother killing people? They would want to go, hey, here's some information. Maybe you give us some knowledge. You know,
I do agree with, why would they come here?
Yeah.
I do also think that is a big nitpick.
Yeah.
I totally agree, but
I just
it's
feel like-
it's a nitpick
I agree,
for sure.
yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it ruins the movie.
The antagonist needs a
Even though I don't like the
motivation is a nitpick.
No, I mean
No. The
it's
whole
the aliens are here.
the aliens are here.
That's
yeah.
the point of
no,
the
we're
story.
arguing
Yeah.
the fact
Yeah.
why would they even be there in the first place if, in a planet that is
Don't
mostly
what do they,
water.
No, that's what I was.
Do
That's
they
what I was
explain
saying.
Why they're
that's
there?
what I'm saying. Like that, but that's like, I feel like that determines they need a motivation to be there in the first fucking place.
Yeah. No, I was
That's
just
why I feel
reiterating.
like it's not that big
With
of a
the,
you're saying,
mistake.
with the
John.
movie, the reason it's a nitpick is because the movie aliens are here. That's the point of the aliens.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
over explaining their thing would actually ruin what Shyamalan wanted to do because he was making them mad and mysterious,
Yeah.
which is my favorite Spider-Man enemy, Mad Mysterious.
Mad Mysterious.
But anyway, doesn't matter.
Neon Maniacs. Back to it. Anyways,
Not really much more to say, honestly. It's just
Well, I was-
it's a collection of scenes.
at the very
For
end,
real.
the teenagers convince the cops that there's neon maniacs because of all the people that are attacked at the prom and the neon maniacs that are killed there. Some are killed.
God, I hate.
So the
this movie.
cops and the teenagers and the fire department and EMS, everybody goes to where the creatures have been coming out of, and they scan the area and there's nothing there. They go inside, all the police, everybody, nothing's in there.
Oh, you mean when they go in the hangar?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At the
Okay,
very,
yeah.
very end.
Very
They
end,
go
yeah.
in, and they're like, well, nothing's here. Time to back it up. Everybody leaves, and the main detective, Mustache McGee, stays. And he's, like, looking around, like, oh, maybe, how did we miss something? He looks like a fucking idiot. We all know what's about to happen. And then a truck, there's like a ice cream
Yeah, like an
style
ice
or
cream
dairy
truck or
truck or
something.
something.
God.
It lights up in the back, and the doors swing open, and he gets sucked in, and it's like, Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Everybody would have. That's such shit.
They would have looked in the truck.
God, I was so
Right?
disappointed.
When
They
the
would have
police
looked in
searched the truck.
Yeah.
I hate somebody out there is probably going to argue they probably did scan the truck and only because he was alone is whenever the portal opened up. Yada yada.
Yeah,
I
it's
totally
like-
get it, but that's
But
lame.
they didn't show that in the
That's
movie.
lame. We only
Yeah.
see the maniacs 3 times. One of the times is for 30 seconds. Come
Yeah.
on. This
Yeah, and they didn't give any of them backstory, even though they all had like baseball cards.
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
That self-awareness. I don't
Yeah.
know. That was so interesting.
Yeah.
That was so interesting.
All I took away from this movie was we were laughing our asses off, but it was because of jokes we were making, not
Yes.
because of the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And the
then-
special effects were cool.
Yeah, the special effects are cool,
Yeah,
and B,
yeah.
this made me want to rewatch Mandy again because
Yeah.
they do
Oh,
that
dude.
so much better.
real.
The whole
Yeah.
time we're watching this, I'm like, please let it just be regular guys in weird costumes.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Oh,
please just let it be
yeah.
regular guys
That
and
would
just
be
fucked
really
up.
cool.
Not actual monsters.
Yeah, not actual monsters.
That's a good point.
Like
Yeah.
that's what they do in Mandy, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
And the
Netflix is coming here, so whenever I start pitching ideas, we'll remake Neon Maniacs, but it's just regular dudes.
I mean,
sure.
And it's not rain.
we could just watch Mandy.
It's acid rain.
Instead of remake a movie,
Yeah, yeah.
just watch Mandy.
Yeah, or we could just watch a movie. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah,
Yeah.
Neon Maniacs was
But-
a major disappointment.
Oh, do you guys like at the prom when they play 2 whole songs in their entirety?
Oh
yeah,
my
it's a battle
god,
of the
it's a
bands.
battle of the bands.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Show.
Filler, huh? Filler.
Holy
Yeah,
shit
filler
show.
all day.
Like Jesus
It was
Christ.
it was Jimmy and the Shits and Billy
It's my favorite band.
and Billy and the Trash Cans.
Billy and the Trash Cans. No, Billy and the Grits.
Jimmy and the Shits. Oh, come
Jimmy
on,
and the
that's a great
Shits.
band name.
Billy and
Wouldn't that
the
be
Grits.
great?
Jimmy and the Shits.
Like a punk band?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd
Jimmy
be
and the
actually a pretty
Shits.
good punk band name.
But yeah, they keep everyone's dancing, and then they cut to the band singing, and then they cut to that stupid chick that's sitting on the stage
Oh,
going
yeah.
like this. And then they cut back to they just loop it.
For those
They
of you
loop
that
those
can't
cuts.
see, Josh was just mindlessly clapping like an idiot, like a moron.
Like a
Like
maroon.
somebody that belongs in a hospital
Nah.
where he gets shots daily
Yeah.
and pills every 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she
Anyway,
was doing, though. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was an idiot. That's enough about that movie.
Yeah.
So,
The fifth of the night.
yeah, well, this was a surprise to us because we were going to just watch 4 movies.
Yeah.
We all picked a movie, and so we realized, well, we should probably start this early. And we started it really early.
Really early. So
And so we decided to watch Army of Darkness.
Yeah, fuck
we
it,
just were
right?
like, fuck, yeah. Evil Dead 2 was so good that I was like, you guys want to watch Army of Darkness? And that's what we did. And it was
can't go wrong with Ash.
fantastic. It was great. Not near as good as our Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Word.
Nowhere near as
Yeah,
good.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree as
Very
well.
fun, but too comical, too kiddish for me. It felt Disney down. It was
I
PG-13
totally agree
rating.
with that statement there.
And it was watered down from its original idea. And this is something that Sam Raimi didn't even want to do, right?
I
Is
don't-
that
I
the
don't know.
consensus?
I don't
Also,
know
this was
if
like-
he wanted to or not.
This came out because this is 92, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This came out around about peak Carrey. So they were probably like, Bruce, be as Jim Carrey as possible.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like
Possibly.
they,
That's
Yeah.
that's an
because
observation.
Bruce Campbell really is one of the few people that can pull off
That's
that,
right, because
that
I was
Jim
saying,
Carrey
man,
style.
he's got a lot of faces. He's
Yeah.
he's like man with the rubber face.
But like
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, exactly. But then you think about it, you think about Evil Dead 2, he does it a little bit, but not so over the top
Yeah,
that it's
that's
almost
not the central
ham-fisted and
piece of
forced.
his character. Yeah, this it was like it's how like. Have you guys seen the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean?
Mm-mm.
No, I
I
only saw
jumped
the, I
ship
only, only
after
saw the
maybe
first
3.
three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump ship. I like that. I have seen all 5 of them now.
I have
And
no
the
idea.
5th one,
Isn't
the
there 6 of them now?
I have no
I
idea.
think,
I've lost
I think
count.
they're working
Anyway.
on the 6th. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've seen the most recent one, and Jesus Christ, Johnny Depp is doing a parody of his character. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah,
over the
he
top
doesn't
now.
care anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Like you can. That's how I felt with this, where it's just like he's like a parody of what he was in Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, that's a very,
And,
very apt description, I'd say.
Like, even though he is fucking hilarious, Bruce Campbell can really fucking steal a scene. He is funny as shit.
Yeah,
and his whole
he's
fish
very
out of
funny.
water in Army of Darkness, a modern man in the Middle Age.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty fucking great.
No,
he's
great.
got
Yeah,
he's got
no,
a
it's great.
chainsaw hand and what he calls his boomstick,
Yeah.
which is a shotgun. How does he get ammo? Don't think
Doesn't
about
Don't
that.
worry about it.
Doesn't
How does-
matter.
Yeah, how does he get gas for the chainsaw? Don't worry about
Doesn't
it.
matter.
Don't
yeah.
think about it.
I think at one point in the movie, they're
Yes,
like,
that
"How
was
is this happening?"
great.
And he's like, they argue like, "It's best you not think about, you know, the chemistry. Oh, it's mechanics and chemistry and things you don't understand." And it's
Yeah.
like he says it to one character, like
Yeah.
who's questioning what's happening. And so it's basically the movie telling you, "Shut the fuck up, just sit down and watch the movie."
Right.
Which is in when you
I
think
love
about
that.
that, it's just
Yeah.
fun. It's
Fill
fun.
your face with that popcorn, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Don't think about it.
Exactly. I have 9 kids.
Oh my god. I just heard the Psycho music. Just at the thought of 9 kids.
Ugh. But
Not
yeah,
that I'm killing
the,
my kids. It just feels like
I
murder
am.
at that point. I am.
But yeah,
Joss is drowning them in the desert.
what's great about this movie is it picks up right where Evil Dead 2 left off.
It
he
really
goes through a
does.
fucking portal
Yeah.
and
Car
ends
and all.
up in in the past with a bunch of soldiers, Anglo-Saxon type soldiers.
Yeah.
And yeah, the car, that shot is so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
car and Bruce Campbell fall out of the sky and they hit
land
the
at
ground at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, they had one take
Yeah.
on that and he nailed it.
Yeah.
You could see the pad that he jumps
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah.
but
I
don't
fucking
even
doesn't
care.
matter.
Who cares?
The fact that they timed it perfectly.
And the,
Yeah.
That's all
Absolutely.
I want.
also the way the angle at which he comes in and the arch of his body, I can tell that the deck that they've built for him to jump off of, it's like right there out of frame.
Yeah.
So like it's perfect.
He's not falling from the sky.
yeah, he's not
exactly.
falling. So you see the way he like would jump off a deck or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's great. And you're right. They use that shot in the end of Evil Dead 2 and the beginning of Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Which is, even though they rewrite the story in
little
Army
bit.
of Darkness,
A little bit. It
they
essentially
rewrite the
is
story
same-
a little bit.
I feel like it was essentially saying the same thing in the end of Evil Dead 2, but they just do it quicker.
Yeah. And it's for a little kid rating, so we don't get the chainsaw bloodface
Right.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reshot 2 scenes from Evil Dead 2
Yeah.
so they can get that PG-13
PG-13
rating.
Yeah.
rating, yeah. And but it works. Even though at the end of Evil Dead 2, he's praised for shooting some like flying gargoyle or something out of the sky, and everybody bows to him. And then Army of Darkness, he arrives, and they're all like, "Witch, you know, like
Yeah.
it's
That's true.
crazy."
I forgot about
but
that,
remember,
yeah.
before he shoots the flying thing, they're all looking at him like witch with the swords.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like Evil Dead, what they did was they just took the very end of Evil Dead 2 and just retold it in a way where they can do it in 15 minutes because they don't have to limit it to 2 minutes.
Yeah,
They said the same thing, just in a
right.
different way.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
Well,
about that, though.
Well, he had to do the whole Thunderdome thing. Like he had to prove his
Yeah.
grit.
But again,
and so the only way he can prove his grit is they rewrite the story.
yeah, the cheap way, the quick way of proving his great is shooting the thing's head off.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That's true, yeah.
But he goes in the whole like pit in like Star
I fucking
Wars.
love that.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, he goes in
Rancor.
that pit.
Like, they build up to it, too, where they're sentencing him to the pit. And before he goes in there, some guy falls in, and then it's just a geyser of blood.
yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? What is in there? And
Right.
turns out it's just a witch in a
it's
pool.
Just a little zombie
So,
witch.
I don't know how that geyser happened. It was literally just for that
It's
moment.
because he
in the
was a
movie.
side character, and if you're a side character in an Evil Dead movie, you're pretty much just blended juice.
Yeah, you get turned to soup.
You turn into soup.
But yeah, I love it when it's like the Indiana Jones like walls coming in.
Yeah.
It's so corny.
Oh god, yeah, it was so cheesy,
The,
but I mean, it was so
I
good.
love this movie though.
Army of Darkness?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Even though it's kind of feels like a Ninja Turtles 2 Secrets of the Ooze. You guys seen that?
It reminds me more of Ninja Turtles 3, where they go back in time.
Yeah, Turtles in Time. Yes.
Turtles in Time.
Right? Turtles in Time.
I'm not sure.
That one's also
Those
shit.
turtles are messing up the timeline.
I love that one.
But the first one is dark, gritty. They say the word damn.
Yeah. damn.
The second one, he's like,
Damn!
yeah.
When Raphael
in
screams it in the city.
But in the second
God,
one,
that's amazing.
he's defeating foot soldiers with a yo-yo, and it's like,
It's very goofy.
it's
Yeah.
goofy. It kind of like that, except Bruce Campbell's in it. So, and he has the charisma of like 4 men, and
He really does.
Yeah.
He's fucking charming.
He is.
delivers like the corniest lines perfectly.
We started
And-
watching Ash vs. Evil Dead when you.
Oh yeah, you told me, yeah.
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It reminds me more of Army of Darkness and less of Evil Dead 2.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
I know,
Ash
I kind
vs.
of want
Evil
to see
Dead.
that.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting.
No, definitely. It's starting. He's caught my attention with
But
it.
the best, I think one of the best parts of this movie is he has one job to do. It's
Yeah.
very simple. He goes, gets the book, and says the 3 magic words.
Oh my god.
and then
it's
the
so
movie's
great.
over. But he forgets.
He forgets the line.
He forgets the last word. So yeah, he's like
He flubs
But
it
he's
up.
so cocky
Naratu.
about it leading up to it, though. He's like, "Don't worry, I know the words."
Remember the lines of this, this, and this. Yeah. I know the words. And then he gets there and he's like, this.
Kletu, Narata.
Like, just coughs and sneezes, but, like fakes it on the last one.
Yeah, dude, it's really funny.
I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, so do you guys want to talk about your favorite pick of the night?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, who wants to go first?
I don't know, just pick someone.
Okay, I'll go first. Mine was Evil Dead 2.
Fair.
That was my favorite
Yeah.
pick, despite me picking Neon Maniacs.
Yeah, word.
So my pick was Evil Dead 2 as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was tough between Halloween and Evil Dead 2, 2 completely different movies, but they're
Right.
both just absolute masterpieces in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
But while Halloween stuck with me a lot, Evil Dead 2 is just, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, right. I thought what do you pick? Do you pick Evil Dead 2 as well?
I think so, yeah.
Rock and roll, so it's a trifecta. I really loved Astro Zombies. That was probably my second favorite of the night, was Astro Zombies.
fuck,
just because
that
it
one
was
pretty good.
it was
Yeah.
just so funny and inept and hilarious and
I'd still put Halloween number 2 just because it's a classic for me, but
yeah.
like
Word.
Astro
Yeah.
Zombies definitely up there as well.
Yeah, we gotta find some more of that guy's shit.
Yeah.
He's no Neil Breen, but God, we need to get some Neil
We
Breen.
need some Neil Breen.
Absolutely.
We need some Neil Breen. But yeah, Astro Zombies was just a sleeper knockout, like for some reason.
Yeah.
I just knew that Halloween was gonna be what it was.
I mean, yeah, everybody
I
knows
thought Neon
Halloween's a
Maniacs
classic
was
for a
gonna be
reason.
something else, and it turned out to be disappointing. But
Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys want to talk about Dread?
Sure.
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 So John just watched it, and Josh, you watched it previously a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I masturbate to it nightly. So
Nightly.
let's move on into talking about it. So what did you guys like most about Dread?
I think
It's been a minute since you've seen it,
yeah.
right?
Well, it's for one, they brought one-liners back.
Yeah.
I mean, when have you seen
The over the
one-liners?
the over the topness,
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
very homagey to 80s action films.
Mm-hmm.
But going off what you said, though, they overused CG, especially for the violence.
Yeah.
It's a little too much of that. I
Like
would have
the
liked some practical CG.
Blood splurts and stuff.
Oh yeah,
CG.
yeah,
Practical
yeah,
CG.
Practical
the-
blood.
yeah, where the
yeah.
blood spurts are like clearly CG, and it's
Yeah.
just like
And
you
they're
got a
not
budget,
even-
just use a squib.
Absolutely.
Whenever they do wide shots, like when they're using the Gatling gun and it's like shredding through the hallway, and you see like people getting ripped up, like those are squibs. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure.
but like when they do the slow mo is when they do a lot of the CGI blood, unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah, and like, do you guys remember when they're in slow mo and it shoots that guy through the jaw?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my god, that looks unfinished.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
it
looks
did. It
really
did look really
bad.
unfinished.
And James, I was watching that with Jim Jam.
Yeah.
And he loves this movie. He loves Dread.
Yeah.
Because it's schlock.
Yeah.
And we looked at
great
each other and were like, oh my god, that looks like they didn't have time to finish that effect.
Yeah.
With just the jaw one.
Well, it was 2012. You know, we have to give it. You know, it's been years. No, but it came out. It was a low budget film.
Really?
And it came out the same time as what's it called? Raid Redemption.
Yeah.
Raid the Redemption. That Vietnamese film? No,
Uh,
Taiwanese, maybe?
Taiwanese. I think that.
I'm not
can't remember.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. It came out at the same time, same premise. But
Yeah.
this had a lower budget, but it did poorly commercially in theaters. It only did successfully in DVD sales after, when it was like word of mouth that it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be like, you know, like the other Dread movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about doing a sequel or reboot of this is the original source material is garbage.
Yeah.
So they actually made it into something much better,
Yeah.
which is what you should do. That's how you should do sequels. And it's kind of sad they spent so much time and money trying to make like the little things a spectacle, like
Yeah.
that guy getting shot through the face.
Yeah.
And like all the things to wow the audience, and then
Yeah.
the audience, like the actual theaters, are empty for this. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
bummer.
Yeah. Well, and it also came out at 3D. It was shot in 3D.
Ew.
This was the era of where every movie needs a 3D release. 'cause
I've seen it in
everybody
3D.
wanted a 3D release.
It's really cool.
You saw it in 3D?
Yeah, I have seen it in
Nice.
3D. Not in theaters.
Don't
somebody,
really care for 3D.
Somebody had a 3D television
Yeah,
and
it's-
stuff, and so we watched it, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking cool looking. Like watching all the blood come out in slow-mo.
You don't need glasses for the 3D television, right?
No, you
Some
do.
of them.
Oh.
You do, yeah.
Some of them. But yeah.
I really liked Carl Urban's performance.
Yeah.
Dude.
So now we can
Yeah.
talk about that because
Absolutely.
it's fantastic.
No, it's fantastic. He's it's like he's like Snake Plissken. Kinda.
Yeah,
Where he
Yeah,
has that,
kinda like
very
that
Snake
dark
Plissken.
voice.
Very Snake Plissken.
And he
Never-
gets blasted in the tum tum, and he's just like
Yeah.
he's always got that face.
That scowl.
Yeah.
What does he say? Like, time's up.
Probably.
I
I don't remember that one line. I remember
I don't
Hot
think
Shot.
he says that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hot Shot was a great one.
I remember Hot Shot, and he does the iconic "I am the law,"
But he does
it way better.
Way better.
Absolutely.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just so badass.
What is-
so fucking badass?
Now
to
I
me.
liked Hot Shot one liner. I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
That was the type of bullet.
Round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his gun
Oh.
was voice. You can
Yeah,
you
you
can
could
change
change your-
bullets voice activation. Not only was it like palm red and stuff, like it had custom grip and all this shit. He could say things to the gun, and that would chamber in a type of bullet.
Yeah.
And so he did Hot Shot, which
Oh, so
was
this
Which is
Name
it's,
it
it's
there.
essentially is a nickname for his incendiary round.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he shot that dude in the fucking mouth, and it just like it fucking burned his head from the
Yeah,
inside out,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a fucking
I love it.
the core of a planet.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, the situation genuinely that they're in is genuinely like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because there's just the two of them in a building full of bad guys. So like when they lock down the building, you're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
You really feel the tension of that.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
it's like a
The whole
slum.
building is locked down.
Yeah,
Even the
dude.
kids that are like skateboarding on the half pipe,
Or just-
which
they're
is
just
somehow on the
stuck out
side
on
of
the
this
half
building,
pipe.
they're just stuck on that half pipe, like
Freezing.
400 stories up. It
Yeah.
looks like the wind would have blown them down. Okay, first off, you're not skateboarding on a half pipe that high up.
No,
okay? The
that's
wind's
so
gonna knock you
dangerous.
down, but whatever. Yeah, it's cool. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I
you've
mean,
got-
that's actually a good segue. But that adds in a little bit of just my favorite part of the movie, which was the world.
yeah,
Just
Absolutely. The
the
setting, yeah.
the entire like
dystopia,
yeah, dystopian
mega city
future.
one.
The perfect description of that world that worked so perfectly for me was after the bodies are skinned and thrown into this food court, and like the judges come by, they figure out, they take statements and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then over the PA you hear, "Sorry for the inconvenience. The food court will reopen in 30 minutes."
Yeah,
Like that's
after
just
there's just
casual.
corpses. Yeah.
These skin corpses were just thrown from the rafters. Sorry about the inconvenience.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's just
totally.
normal. That's just
I
normal
don't even
for them.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right in the beginning. It's just it helps us build the world, and like the idea that they're judge, jury, and executioner, because there's the
So much crime.
world is so
There's just so much crime,
overpopulated,
yeah.
and there's so much crime due to that population, just because famine, people are
Everything's
poor.
shit.
Yeah, everything's shit. And so just being essentially a futuristic police officer in this alternate world, this universe, it's pretty wild. Like,
Yeah, it's the government.
there's corrupt judges,
Yeah.
and like the fact that Dredd is
How much
like,
a judge go? How much does a judge go for these days?
Torso, play him out. No. That was great. Try it again, John. Try it again. I want to hear it again.
How much does a judge go for these days?
Yeah.
The
Nice, John. Nice.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. Not at all. So you've got like bad judges, and like to know that these guys like govern city blocks that are inhabited by thousands of fucking people, and to know that how much they're hated, and now they're secluded in this giant apartment complex that like it parallels like modern buildings today, like that are just so massive. But these are just concrete industrial structures.
Yeah, they're
that people are
monolithic
living in.
megastructures.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so two people versus not only the gangs, but people that are just living there that want to get a head up in life, that like that guy that's a father or whatnot.
Yeah.
And he got fucking murked, dude. He got murked. And he just wanted the money so he could get his family out of it. He's not even a gang member. He doesn't care about the judges.
Right.
He's just trying to save his own family.
And those two kids that want to raise in the ranks of the gang.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just kids.
Yeah, they're just
like
kids.
They don't know anything, so they go to try and murder him. And
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point. The world is very strong.
Yeah, it's very, very heavy.
Like, they took their time to, like, really flesh it out.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I love the things that the little things that they would explain, the little details too, like where it's like, you forgot your helmet. Like, it wasn't just she just didn't have a helmet.
She's a telepath.
Yeah, well,
so
she can't use it through it, but I'm saying, like, at first, when I first saw it and they're walking through, I'm just like, oh, God, she's not going to wear a helmet the whole time because they got to show the actress.
Yeah, they pulled, like, a Sylvester Stallone where he's like, I gotta show my face.
Yeah.
You know, like...
That's exactly what I
But the fact that they explained it, I loved it.
Yeah, there's a reason she doesn't have a helmet. It's great. And her telepath is pretty cool.
Oh, the telepathy scenes are great.
Her being a mutant isn't oversaturated at all. It's not very X-Men-y at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's very subtle. It justifies a lot of the scenes that are happening. Like when they take in that gang leader and he's like, are you inside my head? And he's like raping her and stuff in his head and stuff. Like doing graphic things.
Yeah.
But she's just like strong about it. She's like, fuck you. Like,
yeah, I love those back and forth scenes with them.
It's really good. So like
he's like, I can do whatever I want in my brain, and he's trying to do like the rapey stuff, and then she bites his dick off, and he's like, I can fuck with your brain too. Shows up right behind him as well. It's like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the telepathy at first.
I figured that. I
didn't like that. I was like, ugh, corny. They kind of, it won me over. Halfway, because then she starts using it to like kill people.
Yeah, like, and another judge.
As intelligence gathering.
Yeah, exactly.
She kills that other judge that's secretly corrupt.
Yeah,
and she just knows right away.
Yeah,
right there.
Cool. I like her incredibly violent scene where she kills the fuck out of that guy.
Yeah,
do you remember? They're like, it's like they have a little, what's his name?
What Harris?
The chick.
Oh, the chick. I don't know her name.
They have a little thing
Mama?
where she's fighting someone. No, sorry, the telepathic.
Oh, the
telepathic chick.
The telepathic. That was good stuff.
Yeah, they fight for a sec, and then she shoots that guy in the head like 6 times.
yeah.
And his brains just splatter
all
everywhere.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I liked when Carl Urban was coming on to the bad judges and he breaks the esophagus of the other guy.
Yeah.
Like rips
the butt
his
of
Adam's apple out.
He just crushes it in with the butt of the gun.
Yeah.
That's so
It's good
fucking
stuff.
That was so great.
Let's talk about Mama though, because like she did a great job. She was great.
She put on a great performance.
She was great. Yeah.
She did. And then the guy that she made the hacker guy that she cut out his eyes and fucking put like aperture, like camera apertures.
Dude, that was
whatever.
cool. Yeah,
that's fucked
Domhnall
up.
Gleeson up in the piece.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, I forgot. I was thinking it was old boy from Harry Potter and Star Wars and all that shit.
Ronald Weasley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronald Weasley.
But no, she's great. She's she's in Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
And
Pretty much same
She's
performance.
a fucking great
Yeah.
actress. She's
Yeah.
very good. And she actually, I was convinced she was a truly like psychopathic badass in this.
Oh, definitely.
Which is cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
You don't always see like a female, antagonist. It's
Exactly.
actually fearsome.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can actually
Yeah.
pull it off, and you're actually terrified of.
Right. Yeah.
Well, right in the beginning, they skin those dudes. She juices them up with fucking
Yeah.
Slow-mo.
slow-mo
And then tosses them off, so they're like feeling that and experiencing that for so long.
That was a big. When I saw the trailer for this, I could see it was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to see this movie. That's when I first saw the trailer. But
No,
no,
that looks really cool. I don't want to see this.
like that is a concept. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that was the big selling point of this movie.
Yeah.
Just
Was
that
the
simple
slow-mo
concept.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
It's
did
cool.
the drug trip so well.
Yeah, I liked how they did it, which initially I felt like it was too like this feels like a commercial with how they were doing it, but
Like
then
the visually.
yeah, but
Totally,
then when they
Starburst.
but the
effect
fact that they
and
were only
slow-mo.
that they would only do it for during the slow-mo and it
Yeah.
was all relevant to the drug, I liked that.
I did
True.
too.
I
They
like that
they
a lot.
used it at the correct times.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like here's more slow-mo and
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some
It wasn't just
300 movie or
Oh
something.
God, yeah, exactly. It wasn't
You're
just
right.
there for the sake of it being there. It was actually had played a role. Like you only experienced that world when you were seeing it from the eyes of someone on slow mo.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys notice that the slow-mo drug, the visuals for that was used in Mark of the Astro Zombies? When the...
Oh my God. The little starburst they had in it.
Oh, the starburst effect. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
Yeah.
it looked better in
How
Dread.
did they afford that?
How did they?
I mean, isn't that copyrighted effects?
Copyrighted effects.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Yeah, you
One
do.
thing. Speaking on the visuals though of Dread, one thing I was not a fan of was their reshoots because there were clearly
Yeah,
some
John-
reshoot
I wasn't
scenes.
aware of this. So what
John-
were the reshoots?
John feels like there's reshoots, and the I would agree.
There
The
were
lighting is a
few-
little.
it predominantly was in
bad.
Act 1. I noticed it was predominantly in Act 1. A lot of the times that
Oh, this is a
there's
theory you
scenes
have.
that involve there's scenes that involve Mama. So my theory is probably her that they needed to reshoot some stuff. But like there's a few scenes where it's clearly on a soundstage in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
Like it's clear as day. I'm just sitting here like ugh. Like
Yeah, there was a lot of bad
Dum
green
dum.
screen.
I hated that. And then there's a few scenes with the Hacker Man where it felt like I was watching like some shitty fucking like Doctor Who or some shit.
Doctor
Yeah.
Who.
Yeah.
Now,
Doctor Who.
is this like a theory you have, or do you?
He
is
believes
it
This
confirmed?
is theory. No, this is theory.
Okay,
but
yeah.
based on seeing these scenes and how they stood out like a sore thumb comparatively to the rest of the movie,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's got to be a reason for this shit. There's no way that they just like were decided. Okay, we're gonna film some of the scenes in front of green screen and it'll look really bad, and then we'll film some of the scenes and it'll look amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
because the story, if usually when they, Fantastic Four had reshoots just because they wanted to change the story.
Yeah.
So usually it's to fuck with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know.
So if you're going wild.
I don't know if they. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't know if they changed the story at all. But.
Yeah, most of it were during scenes that involved talking about the skinning the people. I feel like
Yeah.
so like I feel like maybe they didn't initially explain that much.
I wonder
So
if they
might have
just
decided they needed to go back and explain that.
maybe they could have overlit or something.
I don't know, man. It might have been
For the
overlighting.
green
It could have been
screen?
overlighting, but it felt so
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
green
I mean,
screen.
you-
Especially the
really
one I
bad.
showed you was like an
Yeah,
example.
the images. Yeah, I remember
But
now.
like the Wood Harris one, there's one where it shows Wood Harris in an earlier scene.
Yeah.
And I am just like, oh my god, that looks so bad.
There's some
Yeah.
bad effects. Yeah, for sure.
But it's great. It's
Who
great. I
cares,
love the
though?
movie.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
so fun.
okay, I do care to an extent. I was just kind of like, ugh, god damn.
So
but this is a
awesome.
low budget movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome.
I love
Let's-
the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I love the shootout in the slow mo factory.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Well, it's yellow colors and like all the beakers and shit
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
that's
awesome.
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was.
It was my 8-year-old action kid brain.
Yeah, like
yeah, fuck yeah.
Badass.
Badass.
Because that's why it's so fucking cool. It's like they don't make action movies like this now.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
but-
like it's
With fucking One-liners once
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
One-liners. No,
Love
one-liners are
it.
fucking
Love it.
awesome. Yeah. I think he says something to Mama right before he pushes her off.
What
I think
did he say?
He says something like,
It was great.
"You've been judged" or something
Something
like
like
that.
that,
And
yeah.
And like the camera angle, like falling out of the window, like the way, like the perspective of the human, and he's just standing there with his hand like pushed, and like he's center frame, and everything around him is broken glass and stuff. It just like it
Dude.
looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like the cinematography and the camera angle, like the camera language was just really well done.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Just
Despite the lighting and some of the scenes and like bad special effects here and there, like there are shots that are just like, fuck, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
really well, high concept, like a graphic novel would be. Like that's
Yeah.
a
That's-
I
shot
was
in a
gonna say,
movie.
it reminds
I mean
me
a
of that,
comic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were
So
you
yeah.
gonna say something?
Yeah, like the shot where after they use the minigun and they send in a cleanup squad, and he kills the whole squad except for one guy, and that one guy he pushes off the balcony and just turns around into the fucking the smog and fog and ashes
Smog and
of everything that was destroyed in front of him. He just walks into the darkness, and then
Yeah.
you see him fade away. Like, I don't have time for this shit. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
I'm blanking.
Like, that was like the ultimate. That was like such a badass scene.
What scene was it? I'm
Where
blanking.
they fire the minigun into
Right, okay.
into that area, and so the whole thing is just scorched earth. It's destroyed. Everything is fucking just
It's just concrete dust.
concrete
Yeah.
dust. Yeah, and so they send in a hit squad to go confirm that they're dead. So the hit squad comes in, and Carl Urban naturally kills them all,
Yeah.
except for one of them. The one guy he doesn't kill, he like grabs by the scuff of his collar and just drags him into to the balcony where Mama and them are standing, one balcony across.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah,
he grabs the guy by the scuff of the collar and he just throws him off the balcony and turns around without even looking at Mama and them and just walks back to where he was.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, I remember. Because she sees the body and she's like, fuck, we fucked up.
Yeah, man, he is badass. I'm so angry they never made a sequel.
This could use a sequel with more money.
Yeah,
More, like a bigger budget.
I agree.
Because then they could clean up all the effects, and then they could bring that chick back,
Yeah, why not?
and she could be doing her telepathic stuff.
Yeah.
It's great. It's
I
fucking
think they
great.
should do it. Nah.
Dread's awesome. It's
Dread is awesome.
great.
Well, that's it for us. Our picks were Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 won
and
By a landslide.
handedly.
by a landslide. I wonder what our producer Rachel would have picked. Dub, what would you have picked?
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
Torso, what do you pick? He's drumming again. Okay. I guess that's all he does. But yeah, that's it for us, guys. I also recommend Dread. Anybody that hasn't seen it, it's really fucking cool. Spoilers, people die.
Yeah, pretty much a simple version. Watch Dread, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Halloween, and Mark of the Astro Zombies.
Yeah,
Maybe watch Neon
Nine
Maniacs if you
Maniacs,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
if you want to.
Yeah, these are all great movies.
Yeah, it was a good night.
had a
It was
good
a
fucking-
it was a great
fucking
night,
good
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Fucking good night. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
Excited for
Thank
the
you,
movies we're gonna-
and good night.
Thank you, and good night. Well, that's it for us here at Cinema Shat. Tune in whenever, and we'll have some shit. We have videos. We do stuff.
Stuff happens.
Same bat time.
Same
bat channel.
Blah.